How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. And well, I'm gonna continue with the missions today. Apparently more than half of them remaining. Know how hard they are gonna be. So far they didn't really seem hard at all, so I think that I should be fine. So, missions. The current one is 27. I've been told that there are 64 in total, I think. If it's 64, it should be okay. Wait, I don't know how hard they can get. I don't think they are gonna get very hard. I mean, the game in general is simply not what I would call hard at all. Also, Wasabi was right yesterday when he said that this is the song that is copyrighted. It's actually named the same as the game it comes from, Samba de Amigo. Though it doesn't block the video or anything like that, but I'm assuming that if you wanna monetize it, it doesn't let you. Thankfully I don't care about that, but I mean, I think the issue is that anytime that something gets detected like that, you are completely vulnerable to the record labels, well, or the rights holder, I guess in this case, to, you know, if they feel like blocking their songs in a certain country, your video will get blocked too. So that sucks, but I think that the alternative, which will be muting the song, is more annoying. So yeah, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. And it's the only one. So I don't know why it's even copyrighted. It's almost always Russia or Belarus. But I mean, that's now. Now that there is a conflict going on there specifically, but what at some point if there is another conflict? You know? It's one of those things that if these companies are block heavy, they are always gonna block no matter what. Wow, I almost lost. Almost. Hey, how is it going, Wasabi? Hey, that's the thing. Now it's Russia and Belarus, but tomorrow could be, I don't know, Mauritania. Or, you know, Madagascar, right? Just to say random countries. You never know, right? Though, at the same time, I guess it depends on how much how much you want to guard yourself, because with that same criteria, you could say, well, at some point in the future, YouTube is not gonna exist. So I don't think that worrying about future global conflicts is a very good idea. Right, so I have to collect bananas here. Doesn't seem like it's that easy to do that though. You have to be precise. At the same time, you have a time limit. A time limit that I feel that it is related to reaching a specific spot. So here, for example, I should go quick to wherever the exit is. Well, it's thankfully there. Nice. Yeah, as I say, they make sure that the nice dance. They make sure that the difficulty of this game is very low. There's not much to worry. I keep thinking the flowers and arrows are the end text. No, the end text is, it should say end. It's also a little bit of a weird decision to just have the end literally should say end. instead of having something more, you know, nice visually, right? I don't particularly mind, but yeah. Okay. Wait, that's the end? That shouldn't... Okay, you know, in these events, assuming you reach the end, you should always get a AAA. Because the way the stars feel is because of the progress that you make in the track and nothing else, so shouldn't be a problem. Oh, and this is the first time that we use BD show. Wait, we have to simply defeat beat. That's a very wasted opportunity. Instead, they should just put beat. Would have been funnier. And he also takes the shortcut here. Oh, he also got an accident. So is the end gonna be at the finish line? Actually, no. Where is the end then? So it's pretty hard a lot of times to do stunts when there is so little room to do them. But that was a double A, so I need to retry. But to be fair, I got into a very stupid accident, so I can do this. Just need to not get into that accident and we're good. No. Oh, I think I pushed him out of the shortcut, didn't I? Well, if I did that, there is no way he's gonna catch up. Like, here I could even lift the accelerator for a while and I will still get a AAA. That shortcut is insane. That shortcut is simply out of this world. Okay. It was an easy mission to not get on the first try. This guy is a little bit goofy. It's okay, at least he's living in the moment. Also, one of the signs in the background says 24/7 Divas. I wonder what that means. So, this game, I mean, the guys were... These guys. I have no idea what game it is. Like, I know that I've been told yesterday the... Oh, and this is the All-Stars. To hit the roads, okay. But it's a game that you can say the name, but I have no clue what it is and I forgot to investigate. Because I actually investigated about Billy Hatcher. But this one I didn't even see it. So I really have no idea what these guys have. So I wonder if they will be the most obscure franchise in this game. Or if someone else will beat them to it. Good to Rocket, it's a puzzle game. Yeah, I personally have no clue. Like, are they possibly the most obscure one? Like, which other one could be more obscure? I mean, I guess that Bonanza Bros and Fantasy Zone are already relatively obscure as they are, but I don't know. Choo Rocket is a name that I don't think I remember hearing before at all, so... Because you know that there are games like Space Channel that are also pretty obscure, but at least crossovers like this, or rather Sonic games reference that game a lot in things like Sonic Riders and Company. But do people know Samba de Amigo anymore? That's a good question. I mean, the thing about Samba de Amigo is that I think it's a similar situation to Space Channel. It's so shielded in some Sonic games that you will know eventually by simple what's the word that I'm looking for? Osmosis, right? Simple osmosis. You probably will know Samba de Amigos just because for that. And I guess you could say that about every other franchise, but the difference is that Choo Rocket, I'm pretty sure, is only referenced in this game. Because it's not in Sonic Riders in any of them. It's not in Transform as far as I remember. And it's definitely not in the new Cross Worlds. So I think it might be the most obscure one here. I don't know. These are the kind of things that you could only know if you make a poll with a very, nice volume of people answering. Well, and you also have to make sure they are telling the truth, right? The original Sega Superstars reference it too. Could be. Yeah, I saw that's a party game, right? So I also saw that Ulala was in there and some other Sega things. I guess it's kind of funny how Sega, outside of Sonic, has very little powerful names. I think that the second most powerful thing that Sega has is like Phantasy Star. Like, is that it? Because yeah, you could say Project Diva, but the thing is that the popular thing about that is Miku, and Miku is not Sega. Miku is Piapro. But yeah, the thing is that when you think about it, Sega really doesn't have that much to brag about, you know? Sega made both Phantasy Zone and Phantasy Star, yes. They did. Both games are, I'm pretty sure, like, I could be wrong, but I heavily doubt that I'm wrong. Like, if you want to, you can look it up to clear my doubts, but I'm pretty sure Phantasy Star was made by Sega. No, actually I don't have any doubts. I remember it being part of the Sega Genesis Classic Collection, so yeah, no, I don't have any doubts. It was made by Sega. And while Phantasy Zone was obviously also made by Sega. So essentially, yes. You have both made by Sega. Correct. Indeed. But yeah, Phantasy Star was pretty clearly way more popular than Phantasy Zone. I don't think they are even worth considering in the same category. Well, keep in mind that Phantasy Star, on top of having that MMO, like Phantasy Star Online, they also have like 4 RPGs for the Genesis. But yeah, that is probably one of the heavier hitting games they have. So, you know, I remember the song for Samba de Amigo in the Transform game. That song is a lot better. It's also in Spanish. And the lyrics are a little bit cheesy, but definitely not as shitty as this one. This one has a very good melody, I gotta admit. The problem is that the lyrics are like next level shit. I think it's what people nowadays would call brain rot. But I'll take the song from Transform 100 times. Is a Transform song in the shop? I don't know. Could be. It's just that I don't wanna spend money on songs from the shop before I get all the tracks and all the characters. Like, those seem a little bit more valuable. I could still check them though. Well, in fact, I could check them now, might as well. Just to see. Not like I will recognize them by name though, that's the problem. It's just looking at the list is probably not gonna make me know that. Okay, got him. I wonder if the difficulty of these events even is expert or if it's an easier difficulty. Sometimes it feels like the AI is definitely a lot. Oh, you can just go shopping right away. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Weird that is an option. It's in here under the name Vamos a Carnaval. That's grammatically incorrect. It should be al, not a. Okay, so here you have Palm Tree Panic. This is from Sonic CD. That's a good song to have. Bossa Nova, I don't know, Billy. Metal Scratching, I don't know from what game it is. Carnaval, Back to Back. I also know what one that is, but I also don't know here or here or here or any of this. What you need? Oh shit, Can You Feel the Sunshine? That's from Sonic R. That's cool. Bingo Highway. Not sure exactly which one that is. By name, a lot of this I don't recognize them. Well, Supersonic Racing also from Sonic R. A New Day. Well, yeah, this is the one that you mentioned. Grammatically incorrect, because if you're referring to a noun like that, you want to use al, which is a contraction of al. So yeah, A doesn't make any sense there. It's okay though, it happens. Eggman, I think this one is from Sonic Adventure. Be cool, be wild, and be groovy. Mambo de Verano. See, this one is grammatically correct. It sounds cool. Alright. But yeah, as I say, I don't really want to spend money on those until I get all the characters and well, sorry, all the tracks first and then all the characters. Alright, what do we have here? What I don't know is if you purchase a song, if they become immediately randomizing the tracks. This is how collecting rings. Wait, what? Oh, this is self. I thought it was an actual, like, you know, track, but it's self-contained, isn't it? It is. We're supposed to go back and forth. Promise that that's the start, isn't it? I don't know if I can collect the remaining ones in time. Most likely not. That's a shame. Wait, why did it go to a B? Wait, there is an objective then? But I didn't see any place to go. Maybe there was and I'm dumb. Yeah, well, if it says a start, there has to be an end. So I didn't see the path. Am I that blind? I wasn't expecting that. Okay. But where was the path? Oh, it's there. Okay. It didn't look like it was a path, but it was a path. I guess going slow didn't make me realize. You see, I was going slow. I mean, I'm still going slow. Will this be enough? Yeah, that is enough. Yeah, I know, I gotta be because I run out of time. You get to choose what song you listen to. Yeah, but do you get to choose in a mission or only in single racer? Like, which one is it? Because, I mean, if you cannot choose it on a mission, buying it now will be useless. Okay, so we have the Virtua Fighter, guys. I don't know why they had to put the two of them. A little bit weird.
3, 2.
I think that one would have been enough, right? In missions too, but still save your money. Okay. I was planning on doing that. You see, I mean, otherwise, essentially you only have like what, 6 songs in the game in total, which I guess it's very little. This is a weird game. That guy did a very obscene gesture with his arm. Akira. He did something that is considered offensive in a lot of places. It's fine. No knuckles. Okay, should be fine. Will it? It will. Nice. Hey, I don't know what's the idea of putting these two guys on the same, like sharing a seat, right? But then, you know, the interesting thing about Virtua Fighter, when it comes to fighting games that are not obscure, because Virtua Fighter is not obscure, but it's probably the most unpopular fighting game franchise that is not in completely obscure territory. You know? It's kind of weird, but it's essentially the fact. I think that what doesn't help with Virtua Fighter is that. Wait, I was doing the wrong thing. I am supposed to boost. I instead was drifting. But let's see if it's still enough. Maybe it is still enough. The thing about Virtua Fighter character design is that they are not very original or interesting at all. So you end up having a franchise that is a fighting game. And fighting games, the most important thing I think is the character design. If you want your fighting game to be recognized. And Virtua Fighter probably has the most uninteresting character designs in a fighting game possible. Virtua Fighter audio quality in the same game as everything else just feels so weird. I wasn't really paying attention if it was too out of place or not. I believe you. Oh, this is another one out collecting rings. What's with all this collect the rings thing? Come on. Lots of ring collection. The problem about collecting rings is that for the most part, if you want to get the most... What? Oh, so now you want me to, like, go backwards and shit. Oh, like, in the previous one you punished me for doing that, but here you want me to do it. That's a little bit messed up of you. Like, come on. What are you doing? Alright, so not only I have to go slow, but I also have to backtrack. At least we know that the cutoff is the jump. Well, pretty much we'll say here. Wait, I fucked up. That wasn't the right place. I should have cut off here, actually. Like in places like this you have... What the hell? Isn't... That was a very high jump for such little speed, don't you think? I feel like you don't have that many rings here. Huh. I know that that's enough to beat the mission normally, but... This doesn't seem like it will be easy at all. This actually seems a little bit complicated. Mostly because... I mean, the fact that there are multiple paths doesn't help, but... Also the fact that... It doesn't seem like there are that many rings in the first place. It's like one of those things that kinda wants you to collect a lot of stuff, which is hard. Okay. Check every corner. No, I know. Like there are a lot of places off track with rings, but I don't think that makes it much easier. I don't think that's gonna be enough, will it? Oh, look at this shit. That's so evil. I'm not gonna make it in time now. So when you run out of time, it basically forces you to fail the mission. Which makes sense, I guess. But damn. That's so messed up. Like, that's some bullshit, dude. That's some next level bullshit. Are you for real? I wonder... I mean, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that test. I was gonna say, what happens if instead of backtracking in every place before, you just backtrack at the end, but... I don't think that's a good idea. Because I feel like, as many rings as there are there, they are probably still not enough if you don't get a lot of rings beforehand. That being said, you also need to play with the timer, so I think that that's as much as as I'm backtracking. So here, I'm gonna pray that it is enough. We will see. No, why? Bro! How were you supposed to pick those rings in the front of the end line? There is no way you can do the jump to be, you know, less high than that, right? So, how? I was messed up. I mean, honestly, this mission so far has been the most messed up one. I don't know if there are more to come, but for the time being, this has been the most mean mission in the game. It could be the start of something nasty. So, you know. Oh, that's soft track. Oh, okay. My bad, I guess. I don't know how that was off track. I mean, it makes sense for it to be off track in a race, but here I was simply going where the rings were. Will this be enough now? Oh, it will. Okay, this mission is trolling me. This mission is officially trolling me. Even Knuckles couldn't believe it. He said, no way. I agree, Knuckles. I'm sorry that you had to be part of such a fucked up mission. It isn't your fault, buddy. I guess the developers just, you know, had something against you. You know, maybe the same developer that put Opa Opa in the game was the same one that hates Knuckles. Wants to... You know, he plays Sonic 3 and he didn't like the fact that Knuckles knocked out Sonic with one punch. Well, not just Sonic, but Super Sonic. So now he wants to get back at him by doing this. Unbelievable. Okay, that's enough. But so far this has been the hardest mission in the game, which is not saying much because the game has been mostly very easy. It's just that, as I said before, I don't really like collecting like these collect missions. Okay, we have more of the green gates. So I think that at this point we can assume that every single mission type has been discovered. Like, I don't think that we are missing anything. No. They're more or less quite simplistic with the whole... Oh, I didn't get that one. Well, I'm fucked then. Yeah, the hitbox of these things don't seem particularly, you know, easy to tell. We might actually be getting hard missions now. It's fine by me though. You have to go through the very center. It also happened to me when I was out to hit one of the red ones that I didn't hit it. You know, thankfully it's one of those things that it goes both ways. Like, it helps you when it's oh fuck. Well, it didn't help me there. But yeah, you get a B because you didn't make it. But wait, in that case, isn't that a little bit weird? Because if you run out of time, you don't pass the mission, but by getting to the end, you get a AAA. So isn't that a little bit weird? Right? Because it's like it's impossible to get an A or a double A. Oh, you cannot take the shortcut. I was about to say. What happens if you take the shortcut? Nothing. Because there is no shortcut. That's fine. So be it. Okay. It is one of those missions that you either get a AAA or you don't beat. So very weird. Unless there is somehow a way to get an A or a double A. But if the mission objective is, or rather the mission like the pass objective is getting to the end before the time runs out, you can only get a like a ranking between.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is just a race. Yeah, I wish the missions were a little bit more creative. Like, that's another thing that All Stars Transform does a lot better. It's as I was saying, when I finished the Grand Prix and the credits were rolling, not much of a reason to play this game when Transform is a thing. There really isn't. But hey, it's fine. I mean, you have some characters here that didn't make it to the other games, so if you're a fan of those characters, the Bonanza Bros are not in Transform. The Virtua Fighter guys are not in Transform. I also think that Ryo from Shenmue is not in Transform. And then, well, the zombies, I think they are not there either. Actually, I gotta say that probably half of the characters in this game are not in Transform, right? Well, half is an exaggeration. It's more like a third of them. It's more than you would expect, especially since, you know, you could simply reuse the animations, right? But I guess that they decided that some characters were a negative. Pretty funny. It's been a while since I've seen the full Transform roster, so maybe some of them are there. Yesterday? What about yesterday? What did I say?
But be sure to keep your windshields peeled for more crazy racing action.
I don't remember what I was talking. But yeah, all I know is that I will have to look at the Transform roster again. Read the message about that. Yeah, but there is no message about that. Like, it seems that YouTube ate your message. You can check that by switching between you know, between live chat and top chat. And I think that your message will disappear. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I sent a video on Discord. Did you see it? What, you mean the All Stars one? I didn't see it because I didn't want to spoil me the All Stars. Because some of them will appear here as missions. Probably not all of them. But the ones that will appear, I want to see them. So why did it censor that? Or maybe it was simply like a connection issue. That doesn't make much sense to block as a message, right? Maybe it was simply that the connection got broke or something. Yeah, Amy, keep doing... Hold up. How the hell do you get a AAA here? I think there is enough room to drift.
3, 2,
Huh.
1.
That's something. I guess you have to start drifting even right at the beginning where there is a straight line. That seems like a bad idea. Well, obviously it's a bad idea, but if I don't do that, I don't see myself beating this. It seems like I have to start drifting as soon as possible.
2,
Huh, well, that's weird. Yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be any way. Weird that it starts there and it doesn't start later, I guess. Question is if this will be enough. It was enough. Don't worry about that crash. That's still enough to make it. Barely enough. I think I remember the previous objective for a drift mission that was also very close to not being a AAA. Oh, we're going to... Wait, didn't we already have the Sonic theme? Oh, but it's... Okay. Because technically Sonic has the variants for... like the Seaside Hill, the Casino, and the Eggman Fortress. So yeah, I guess it makes sense. Huh. Yeah, come on, Sonic, Shadow, don't fight. You're supposed to be clones of each other. Well, the Shadow is supposed to be a clone, I guess. How Shadow finds time to greet his fans. It's actually pretty wild how Shadow is essentially one of the most popular Sonic characters there is. And I think that that's simply because of visual design. Like, he's just very well done. Sometimes I really wonder what goes through the minds of character designers when they come up with character designs that are so iconic, right? Like, how did they think of it? You know? One of those things that... Because obviously he looks similar to Sonic, but he looks different enough to obviously be its own character, but also, not only that, but also looking like a very cool version, right? I don't know how the character designers do it when they make a good character design, because when they make a bad character design, it's something easy to understand, because you could just think of that yourself, right? But when they make a good character design, you really ask yourself, how did you come up with that? What event happened in your head that made you assemble such a good idea? All hail Shadow. Another pretty good example is with Miku, right? I think that all you know about the character designers is that they wanted to make her outfit look like a school uniform. And that's all nice, but that's not the only thing she has. Like, the whole Twin Tails with the aqua color, well, the actual color of the outfit. And the fact that obviously it doesn't have like a lot of accessories that will make the design look busy. It's not like an extremely simple design, but it's also not super complex. So it really is one of those things that you think to yourself, how did it happen? How did you struck gold like that? Perfect. Well, that line is from Shadow the Hedgehog. So I don't know if in Sonic Heroes when you get an A he also says that or not. I usually don't get A's in Sonic Heroes. Levels in that game are long, and usually you don't want to make them fast, especially if you are like the Chaotix team. If you're collecting the emeralds, you also don't want to make them fast. Just be glad this game doesn't have any of his opinions about Black Doom. Well, not just Black Doom, but the whole creatures that invaded the Westopolis.
Greetings, race fans.
Can you imagine? He actually has that infamous line in the middle of the race. That would be even more fucked up if a certain character from this game is also part of the race. That would be certainly a problem. They wouldn't do that, right? Shadow is certainly not that kind of character, right? Well, in reality, if it wasn't for the fact that Sonic is obviously a family-friendly franchise, I think that Shadow will probably be every flavor of asshole possible. And that, yes, probably will include things that are considered not family friendly, right? So how is it going, Sunshine? Yeah, that's the thing. Now you gotta think of how these characters will behave if they weren't restricted to a family-friendly franchise. And I can tell you that Shadow is the kind of character that will get banned from social media for saying specific words. Most likely. Yeah, I'm doing well. just here doing some missions on this game. Yeah, don't worry about it. They thankfully they are stuck in a family-friendly franchise, so we don't need to hear Shadow scream obscenities. No, I gotta admit it will be funny. But yeah, you don't have to. He's just there. He's just edgy. And that's shit. They want me to send... Wait, it is the second race that has beat as a... Oh, but this one is about... well... See, this one says defeat beat, just like the previous one. But here by defeat they actually mean take him down. They don't mean beat him in a race. Okay. You should be dead. There you go. Yeah, and especially in a track like this that is so much about close quarters. Like you're gonna have an item like the boxing glove constantly bounce. Wait, what's this? Oh, this is a new type of mission, isn't it? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. It's about, yeah, driving through the gates, but it's not about time, it's about points. It's the first one of its kind. I'm surprised that since it's Monkey Ball, we are not using AI for this. But I don't mind, since I like these guys. But... That reminds me that I definitely should try playing Monkey Ball games. Oh, unfortunately the items that you already pick up remain on the screen, just not with the yellow glow, but they are still there, being distracting. I don't think this is gonna be enough. Honestly, the pathing I took here wasn't particularly smart. Monkey Ball does look fun, yeah. Do you like what you saw in that game in Iguana Fest? I mean, I already knew how Monkey Ball plays. I seen videos of the game. It's just that, well, not only that, I seen speedruns of that game. It just seems that it's the kind of game that, well, at least the first ones, I think that you are mostly intended to beat like everything in one go. Like, I don't think you have chances to try hard like the same stage over and over. Like, it's mostly about doing everything in a sequence of lives. And you know, if you lose, you lose. You have to start over. I feel like that could get very frustrating if that's the case. So I also will assume that it depends on what game we're talking about, since there are multiple in the series. Wait, wasn't there another 51? Here, on the other side. Is that's still not gonna be enough. Okay, this mission might be hard. This mission might be a problem because it's one of those missions where the main objective is finding the optimal path. And I'm not good at missions like this. Remember also struggling with Crash Team Racing for something similar to this. I didn't mean to do those tricks actually, but yeah, it's fine. Whatever. No. Okay. Ooh, that was close. It's mostly about not really stopping. Like, you have to constantly be in movement. So for that you need to know exactly where you want to go. What the hell? Okay, I'll take that. Actually defying gravity. I like that. Unfortunately, even that's not gonna be enough. It seems that you have to actually pick them all. Well, that's fucked up. I think picking them all will be particularly easy here. Because it's not just about, you know, knowing where to go, but also the fact that there is a very specific path that takes them all. I also didn't get that one for whatever reason. Yeah, I have no clue. This one actually will take a very long time to figure out. So I'm pretty sure you're intended to get them all. And I missed that one. I think you gotta get them all. This will take a while to find the right path. Alright. That's how it's gotta be. That's how it's gotta be. Yeah, I'm actually scared because that also means that you have to get, for example, that side one that is only 10. So despite being only 10, it seems important enough to get. If you don't get it, you're done. Yeah, at the same time, coming here only to pick the 10 seems like a huge waste of time. I'm trying to get that ramp, believe it or not. This is why you save the half of the missions for today. Are the staff goals still happening? I don't know. I mean, this one seems like it will take me enough time to... I don't know. No, the answer is I don't know. It could happen, it could not happen. Very hard to tell, I guess. This one does look very messed up too, without a doubt. It seems like it's a very specific combination of things that have to happen. You are supposed to jump over the bridge. I mean, I guess, because otherwise you should lose a lot of time. There's still a 51 that I'm missing, or no? No, I picked the two 51s at the beginning, I think. And this is absolutely nonsensical. I think I'm leaving this one for last because I wouldn't be surprised if this one was the hardest one. I probably will leave this one for last. Because it seems by far... Oh, actually I did miss one of the 51s at the sides. Damn it. Hard to tell sometimes. It's one of those things where you have to figure out a path. And if you don't have a path, you know, you're just not gonna get the required stuff. Not for a AAA, at least. One thing I want to try today, now that you mentioned the time trial, is I want to at least try one time trial. Just to see, well, that or one staff ghost, I mean. Just to see the difficulty level that we are talking about. Because a time trial is a very different type of challenge than, you know, than something like these missions that are like a very particular objective. Also, this one was pretty free. A little bit weird considering that the previous two Rift challenges were so hard to get, but this one was very easy. So, I'll take that. That previous mission will be an issue, without a doubt. And there might be more that are gonna be an issue. You never know. It's just a race.
3, 2,
That's also another thing that is very messed up about the game. That you have so many missions that, like, if you already beat the Grand Prix, there is not much of a reason for them to exist, you know? Because you already beat races on these tracks. Well, not only that, but you beat multiple ones. I mean, it's hard to even call this a mission, because what even is the objective here? It is to win. So, how is this a mission? I mean, to be fair, in Transform, like the main mode that is essentially multiple missions at the same time, has regular races as well, but in those usually what you have is that, like, on the different difficulty levels that you can pick, some of them can get very hard. But this one seems to be either the same difficulty that you set in the options or an even easier one, making it something that you're most likely gonna win them all the time, you know? Okay. And if you look at the time difference, those were 6 seconds and a half. That's a lot.
Boy, am I glad that race is over. I got sweat in places that don't even sweat.
The announcer got sweat in places that don't even sweat. Huh. I don't think that's a thing. Doesn't your whole body sweat?
3,
Right?
2, 1, go!
That better be hyperbolic. I don't know. But then again, regardless of what it is, it's simply an impossible statement, right? What places don't sweat? I mean, yeah, I guess the inside of your mouth, but that will be a little bit nasty. And when it comes to the outside, I'm pretty sure that literally every part of your body can sweat. It's the only cool down mechanism that you have. No. Fuck. And it's like I got completely trapped, but I still got an A here. But will that be because the gates that you get after the mission is over and you lose control of your character still count? Because you know that last time I ran out of time and I got a B. So I don't know how it works. A little bit weird. It does seem like the missions here will be a real problem. They waited around the halfway point to make the missions tough. Took them a little bit, but I guess it's finally here. I made the same mistake twice. Just that it's so hard to see. Because you cannot really anticipate the corner that well there. Whatever. You want to play Jet Set Radio 2? Nah. I saw gameplay of this game and it just doesn't look very interesting at all to me. If I wanted to play something like this, I would play Tony Hawk. But I already played one Tony Hawk game on stream, but I could play any of the other ones. Yeah, this one really didn't seem interesting to me at all. Yeah, I guess it's also... how did you miss that? Alright, we might be failing this mission too. God damn. Is that I cannot catch a break, huh? Alright, so here you want to go like this, yeah. But then you have more stuff. It's okay, I got it. That final corner is something. Wasn't easy at all. It's a little bit challenging. Hey, no worries, we got it. Here Rio comes back. Stay ahead of the pack. It's just another elimination one, right?
3, 2, 1, go!
I wonder when Oppa Oppa is gonna show up. 'Cause I'm pretty sure he didn't show up yet, right? In the mission. I don't know exactly which characters showed up and which ones didn't. But I feel like every character except for him showed up. Our DLC for this game is Rio driving a forklift. Huh. Yeah, it's because in Shenmue, you know that like yesterday and well a lot of times I say that Shenmue sucks. You know why he's driving a forklift? Because in that game you get to a section of the game where in order to investigate something you have to work at a place that involves operating a forklift and basically lifting crates from one place to another. The thing is that it's not just a mini game. You are supposed to do that several times and in a very boring way. Like, it's essentially as if you were actually having a job operating a forklift, but obviously without any of the physical strain involved on it. But essentially, yes, one of the parts of Shenmue is about working. pretty fun, isn't it? Yeah, by the way, it's a beat 'em up game. It's supposed to be a beat 'em up. Do you flip over bad guys? No. Oh, Enduro. I wasn't expecting them referencing Enduro. That's an Atari game. I'm pretty sure Enduro is not something that SEGA made. Isn't that made by Activision? Huh. That's weird. You know, you can, for what I remember, you cannot even use the forklift as a weapon. You just use it to lift shit. It's as I say, the best way you have to corroborate my statement that Shenmue sucks is very easy. Try playing that game. Just try playing that game and try having fun with it. See how that goes. To see how well that goes. Okay. Pretty sure that most of the people that, you know, even think of Shenmue as if it was a decent game, they do it because of nostalgia exclusively. Oh, that wasn't enough. But yeah, I cannot say that I'm not guilty of it though. But I don't know. I think that at the very least, games that I could consider good, that a lot of people might not consider good, at least they have the thing that they are at worst very short games, you know? Like, for example, let's just say that someone thinks that Bonanza Bros is ass, right? I'll probably hate you, but it's okay. Let's assume that someone really thinks that that game is ass. The thing is, that's a game that you can finish in an hour. So if you don't like it, you simply do that and you lost an hour of your life, like, you know, not that big of a deal. But with Shenmue, you will be losing several days of your life if you wanted to play it from beginning to end. I will say that it's quite a big difference, you know. To say it's a very big difference. So, point is, yeah. Moral of the story is don't play Shenmue. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And you might be thinking, which Shenmue are you talking about? Because you know that Shenmue has 3 games in the franchise. Any of them. Do not play any of them. They are all the same shit. The only thing that changes... Well, actually I was gonna say, the only thing that changes is that the graphics get better, but pretty sure that Shenmue 1 and 2 literally have the same graphics. Like, they are simply 2 different games because having them all in a single game would have been a lot. The only one with better graphics is 3. Okay, I'm getting absolutely filtered by this. I mean, the corners in this track are messed up. But come on, dude. As messed up as they are, you should know better. You should be better than this. Hey, get a grip. But come on. The thing is that if I already crash here, I don't think there's any way I can I can win, can I? Maybe there is. I don't know if he takes this shortcut or not. I'm hoping he doesn't, but otherwise it wouldn't explain why he is so fast after that. Outside of rubber banding, obviously. But... damn it. I don't think this is gonna happen at this rate. Does he rubber band? I don't know. It's possible, but so far this doesn't seem like the game that strikes me as the AI rubber banding, but at the same time I have no idea how to beat this. Because it does feel like if you get too far, it will try to catch up by very obvious means. So that's my issue. And the fact that a lot of these corners I have to leave the accelerator to avoid crashing against the wall. I don't know if he does that. Maybe he does. Hard to tell. Okay. Being a lot more careful now. Will it be enough? It's all a matter of how it goes in the final corner. Man, I did that the best I could and it wasn't enough. What the hell? What do you want me to do? To give myself additional speed with a cheat? Well, fuck you. I'm gonna worry about that later. I don't want to spend too much time on the same mission until the rest of the missions are done, so... let me just continue, because that one, for what I'm seeing, unless I get lucky, it will be close to impossible to get. Okay. So far we have two that I couldn't get the AAA. Important to remember the amount. So I think that compared to the one in with the Bonanza Bros guys, I think that the Shadow one shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I have my doubts. Okay, we got a zombie in here. I gotta say that the design of the zombie girl is pretty cute. Hey, come on, zombies are not supposed to be cute. Well, there is also that character Roti Tops in Shantae. So yeah, I guess that... you have zombies that are cute, but they are not supposed to. I mean, they are corpses, you know? They are supposed to be walking, rotting corpses. So how could they possibly be cute? Yeah. I guess for a lot of franchises, zombies are essentially just people with green skin instead of an actual corpse. Yeah. It happens. So I mean, at that point you can just make aliens instead. Seems like a better idea. Also, it seems that the rocket start timing for every character is different. Because for example, with this character, I'm trying to rocket start at the same time that I do with a lot of other ones, but it simply refuses to work. It's usually longer for bigger cars. It appears so. It will have to essentially start accelerating almost as soon as 3 shows up on the screen. Pretty much. There is no other way.
Expect to see an escape blimp soon. The Bonanza Brothers are ready for All-Star Madness. And the Bonanza Brothers catch that patented escape blimp.
So, the Bonanza Bros All-Stars, I mean, I wanna assume that if you're in dead last, that All-Stars is useless, because unless you gain a significant speed boost, like you are essentially gonna throw bombs at nothing. You're gonna be throwing bombs at nothingness itself. Doesn't seem very useful. So Shadow is too dangerously close right now. Oh, that... Okay, hold up. I didn't get hit by the rocket, but neither did he. Oh, the rocket was right there, so I somehow avoided the rocket. Oh, alright. I'll take it, obviously. Why wouldn't I? Yeah. That... I didn't know that you could avoid those, because they look like they were fully aimed at whatever you target, right? Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Damn, the timing for this shit is so picky. So right there I started accelerating earlier, but it was way too early. Maybe the hardest one to jump start, I guess. I say I like the way the car looks. Ah shit. Now it looks even more colorful. But, as I was saying, ironically, that power up is worthless. Like, I cannot see how you could possibly get distracted by that. Gay jumpscare. I can't believe that that power up turns your screen gay. Also, the Bonanza Bros right there, they were throwing bombs at me, or well, they were close to throwing bombs at me, but at the same time they were pretty far, so I guess they actually go further than their real position. Well, at least that was useful for her to get second place. So hard to tell since they... Okay, yeah, she's still second place. Sometimes it's hard to tell considering that they are all so far behind. They are hard to distinguish, you know? Pretty funny. I don't recognize some of these lines, and I know this game really well. Are these somehow new?
Maybe I wasn't strong enough.
And how will I know that? How could I possibly know something like that? You say it pretty well, like you know this game well. I don't. Oh, we get Opa Opa, nice. I think this is the first mission that features him. I still think that this is probably the best made character in the whole game. Like, fantastic animations. It feels very smooth to drive as well. I guess there is a reason they made him the most expensive one in the shop. If this game has new content that might not have been there when you played it originally, I have no way of knowing. Maybe you simply don't remember. Because despite someone knowing something very well, it's possible that memory doesn't keep up, right? It doesn't necessarily know you never heard them before, simply that you don't remember. But yeah, in that regard, maybe they were always there. Perhaps. This pesky way is dropping gay power-ups. Ironically, this is one of the only ones I don't even need to dodge. Like, why would I need to dodge this? Come on, dude. Like, this legitimately has to be the most useless power-up in the game. Like, holy shit. How are you even gonna fall for this? Almost impossible. Well, to fall for it, I mean to get affected by it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe some people just have worse vision. Well, the developers surely do, to think that that's something that gets in your way. Wait, what am I looking at? Is this a versus? Wait, I have to defeat this thing. I was not expecting that. I'm assuming I have to defeat it without getting hit to get a AAA. Wait, this is the only power-up I'm getting. It didn't seem like it worked last time. That the power-ups are random as well. Okay, hold up. Since the AAA condition is most likely not getting hit, the issue is that you can get some very shitty power-ups, because this one is worthless, isn't it? Well, it's not worthless, you can actually hit him, but compared to anything you can throw, it's essentially very shit. Oh, the punches are on the outside? Okay. In that case, I should definitely go for the outside at all times. Why would you want to get close? So he also has a lot of life, so it's not that easy, even if you get all punches. There is a time limit that doesn't seem very generous at all. Not to mention all the zombies also getting in the way of the punches. That doesn't help. Nice. That was a good one. Why are you so far? Oh, those are bombs? Well, they better work. I got hit, god damn it. That's so sad. Nice T-posing model on the hellbar, yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I got hit once right at the end, but that's because I was running out of time, so I couldn't help it. I needed to do something fast. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, the T-posing is pretty funny because it's like next level laziness. Truly is. Yeah, the bombs seem like they deal very good damage. Let's see though. Well, they don't seem to deal more damage than the gloves. I don't even know if they are as versatile, probably not. I miss like a moron. Yeah, I don't think they are as versatile, but right now it's the only thing I'm finding. I guess I'm not really looking that carefully, but yeah, you definitely prefer the punches and not the bombs. They are a lot faster as well. Alright. Only one more. Well, might as well use this, right? This should kill him in one hit. Hopefully I didn't get hit while doing that. Try not sending them out as quickly. It's okay, don't worry about it. We got it. So then, this guy's beating up zombies. Know that the one thing that Virtua Fighter has is that, differently from most fighting games, it's like the one that is the most grounded in reality, even though it's obviously still fictional at the end of the day. But having them fight zombies is certainly not very grounded at all. But it's fine. Doesn't have to be. Oh, and we have a race with 3 laps. But it seems that the further we get, the longer it's gonna be. Makes sense. In fact, the weird thing was that they were 2 laps long before, I guess. You know that spinning thing there is supposed to be the bingo. Ouch. That was bad. Yeah, I cannot really imagine going to a casino, really. I don't know. Well, I guess it's because I'm extremely stingy with my money, but it's like, what even is the fun factor of a casino? I don't think losing money is very fun. You know that the odds are always against you. I think that with the well, I mean, casinos are still out and kicking, but I think that with the existence of video games, actual physical casinos are probably not making that well, right? Not doing so well, I mean. You have online betting that is unfortunately doing pretty well. But I think that physical casinos are kind of on the go, right? Did you do any gambling with Genshin Impact at all? I mean, the gambling in that game happens when you roll for the banner. But pretty much almost every time that I roll for a banner, I had enough of the amount of currency to guarantee what I wanted, so like obviously you can spend more or less, so a lot of times you are, you know, you are praying that you get it sooner, but every single time I had to use the gacha system in that game, I had what I wanted guaranteed. Yeah, I was out to say I saw Eggman on the finish line. I almost slapped his ass. Can you believe that? How can you be so bad? Like, come on, Eggman. You're supposed to be the... You're a very important character in the series. Actually, you know, the other day I was seeing an image that showed all of the characters that are in Cross Worlds, and basically they were ordered by the game of appearance, right? You have from chronologically on release order every single Sonic game with the characters that appear in it. And in the very first Sonic game, the only Sonic characters that appear are Sonic and Eggman. Essentially, Eggman is an extremely important character. I mean, I guess you can say that about main villains in all video game franchises, but there are, I think, some video game franchises that sometimes they forget about their villains, but Sonic has always had Eggman there. Even when he wasn't the main villain, he was still there. But yeah, it certainly is the most important one after Sonic, without a doubt. And then essentially after that it's Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. Those are the most important characters in the franchise, because they have been the ones that have been around the longest and that they have been featured the most. But somehow they also managed to make Shadow, which appeared very like 10 years after the first Sonic game. They somehow managed to make him also part of the core cast. You know? Like, it's pretty hard to think of a Sonic piece of media right now that doesn't involve Shadow, simply because he's that popular, right? Meanwhile, with Silver, no luck. With Silver, as I say, the main problem is that the first appearance of Silver was in a context where he confronts the protagonist while obviously being wrong and sounding like a bitch. So that definitely did not make Silver any favors. Like, you know that first impressions are the most important thing when it comes to games. So, for example, well, in the case of Sonic, he's the protagonist and he looks cool, and the first impression you get is that it's you know, it's a cocky little guy that is cool and goes fast. So that's something that is easy to like. Well, Eggman is the main villain and he has everything that a villain has to be. Like, he looks ugly in the sense that he looks evil ugly, right? But he has a very good and memorable design, which is very important, right? And he doesn't show as a villain very well. Like, he's just a bad guy and you have to stop him. Then you have Tails. Tails' first appearance is as your sidekick, and he's supposed to be like a cheerful guy in contrast to Sonic more outgoing expression, right? Well, Knuckles, the first appearance is basically being a cocky asshole that knocks down Sonic in one hit. But, you know, as a way to not make him like an overpowered, like annoying villain, he also gets his ass kicked at the end of that game. And very humiliating way, because he tries to stop Sonic but ends up getting knocked out a platform on his own. I think that Knuckles is also a good way to have a rival that you don't take too seriously because he's a little bit of a moron, but he also looks pretty good and complements the color of the main cast perfectly, because you have Sonic being blue, Tails being yellow, and Knuckles being red. Oh, that wasn't enough. Which essentially makes it that you have the three primary colors right away. Don't worry, the events of Sid's Gold Red Con, so Silver didn't really do any of that. Yeah, sure, lore-wise you can say that. The thing is that the first appearance, like the first Um,
2, 1, go!
what's the word? Like the first sighting that people had with Silver was him being a little bitch. That's the problem. But I was out to say about the remaining characters I mentioned. Amy's first appearance is basically like a super cute girl that is madly in love with the protagonist. Very hard to not like that. Then Shadow actually has an amazing opening scene, you know, it's when you're in the city at night and he's like all, you know, he has all this grandiose speech and posing, and you know, he looks very similar to Sonic and even makes Sonic go to jail. Because when he confronts him, he ends up being like way faster than him because of Chaos Control, right? Okay, this one will be very hard to get. I don't know why. This one will not be easy. But yeah. The point is that all these characters have very good entrances. You know? Like, all these characters have very good first impressions. And yes, in the case of Shadow, for example, Shadow the Hedgehog basically does a character assassination. But the thing is that since that's not his first appearance, a lot of people don't mind. A lot of people, when they think of Shadow, they think of Sonic Adventure 2. They don't think of Shadow the Hedgehog. So the character assassination that he suffered there, a lot of people just excuse it because it's simply one game that happened later that not even the, you know, the recent games care to reference it too much, at least not more than necessary. I think that's also this is damn it. You seem to be in the air. Yeah, well, I know, but there's not much I can do. Yeah, I guess I can let off the accelerator, but I think that's easier said than done, you know. I think another thing that I have to avoid is like going too fast after the... Well, probably not throwing myself off the track like that, but basically trying not to make use of the boost that you get for drifting. It seems that way you have way less time to drift than what otherwise you would have. I think it's better to do this thing slow. So for example, crashing against the wall there might actually be beneficial. And here I lifted the accelerator. Doesn't seem to matter that much. You probably do get slightly more, but I think the biggest difference is trying to, you know, just not go that fast perhaps. Every time that you build a turbo, just go against the wall. What happened to the tunnel entrance texture? I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Was completely black? It could be. I don't know, I wasn't looking at it. I was looking at my little guy drifting. Oh, and I'm assuming that when you were younger, this mission basically made you lose your mind, right?
Great to have you along.
Like, this mission probably made you break your controller
3, 2,
or something.
go!
It's okay, don't worry. I'll get it without issues. I will avenge your childhood. Don't worry about it. No, that's actually super funny now that I think about it. I remember that there was a time where I'm getting my ass absolutely kicked right now. There was a time that my mom was playing Columns 3. You know that? Oh, this is the All-Stars. I wasn't expecting that. Action button. That's to go faster, right? That helped a little bit, not that much though. I'm surprised that I got the All-Stars when I was 3rd place, but I'm not complaining, I guess. Hey, sorry, I got distracted. I was about to say that one time my mom was playing Columns 3, which is a game that is a versus game. So you go against the CPU, and you know, she was kinda getting her ass kicked by one of the CPU enemies. So I was like, alright, you know what, I'm playing this game and I'm kicking this asshole's ass. As revenge, right? So here I'm basically doing the same, but just in these missions. We are here to avenge. At the very least, when it comes to these monkey ball tracks, they are certainly harder than the rest, but it's a matter of getting used to them. And once you know what to expect, it's not that big of a deal. Well, and also the fact that the CPU also struggles a lot with this track, so you have a lot of room for error. And here you have that shortcut. It didn't go very well there, but it's fine. It's not that hard to get that one, all things considered. Shadow is getting pretty close here. He wants to show why he's the ultimate life form. Yeah, I guess you weren't. Is a monkey the ultimate life form? It seems so. It's beating your ass very quickly. And then there is this one. So according to Wasabi, this is the worst track in the game, but I think he only says that because of the hairpins. I think that the hairpins are not that big of a deal. It could be a lot worse. I mean, at least you get a pretty big warning that the hairpins are approaching. Now it seems that they still want to, for these championships, they still do 2 laps races instead of 3. Still a bit weird. It's essentially probably one of the only tracks that forces you to lift the accelerator. So like if you never lifted the accelerator and you don't do it here, yeah, you will have a very bad time, but you gotta do it like that. I think that the big is the character that I saw using the All-Stars the most often. Is he really that bad as an AI that always has to be using the All-Stars? Well, him and Amy, I think. I've seen those guys use the All-Stars quite a lot. This ain't no problem. I don't know what slowed me down there though. Was there anything on the track? The problem is that now it's Amy the one slowing me down. And she still has another rocket. Oh, and I failed to pick up the items. This could be very bad. But no, it's fine. You waited a little bit too much to shoot that rocket, Amy. If you wanted to win, you had to do it earlier.
Maybe I wasn't strong enough.
I get 8,000 just like that. But at this point, I'm pretty sure that I have more than enough money to purchase every track. I don't know if it's enough to purchase every character though. Might not be enough. It is just a regular race. Oh no, it's, well, knockout. I mean, the thing about knockout is that for all intents and purposes, if you're driving against the AI, it might as well be a regular race, you know? Might as well. Why does Knuckles look so dark? Is it because of the shadow of this cave? It's a problem. I guess this cave just looks very dark. That's what happened to the Sambo de Amigo track earlier. Maybe some shadows are too strong. And we are not talking about the character here. And maybe some shadows are a little bit too much. Could be. That one was in broad daylight, so it can be that. Hey, it might be a bug. I mean, see, here's the thing. The fact that this game is working is a miracle. This is a game that is definitely not ready to be commercialized in the state it currently is in. SEGA didn't give too much of a fuck though. But yeah, it definitely needs an update that makes the game work off the bat. So yeah. Oh, this might be bad. Yeah, that's why. No. It didn't work against him. Oof. Okay, no problem. Yeah, that sequence of jumps is very rough, because there's not much you can do about that one. Like, you have to nerf yourself to not go so fast. Oh, the emeralds. There's gonna be like that Eggman mission, but with Sonic. Alright. Keep in mind that despite what the mission says, you have to grab rings as well. if you just focus on grabbing the emeralds and not the rings, you're not gonna get a AAA. Even if it might seem like the contribution of the rings to the rank is almost non-existent, it definitely is important enough. You gotta be careful and pick up as many of them as you can. Seems that this one is a longer mission than the one with Eggman. So maybe I shouldn't be going this slow. I think there is enough time remaining for now. They also make all the emeralds be exactly in the middle of the road, so kind of impossible to miss them. I could put them in like very hard places to reach, like in shortcuts and stuff, but you know, they don't do that. They don't feel like doing that. Well, in a way, I guess that's nice, since it will be a pain in the ass otherwise, but yeah, I don't know. There's another rival race. Wait. Well, these two, since they are both monkeys, they are very understandably rivals. Just like Sonic and Shadow are two hedgehogs, here you have two monkeys. So from very, very different games, because Samba de Amigo and Monkey Ball have very little in common, you know. I wonder if this one will be as hard as the Shadow versus Sonic mission. It could be. It seems that it will be as hard. I mean, at least in this one, differently from the Shadow vs Sonic one, you have items. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I was able to knock that thing off. Essentially what you will really want here is for there to, well, you will want to get an item that lets you hit him and make sure he stays behind you. That's not really something you have a guarantee. It's completely random. I also think the other problem is that there might be some rubber banding here, because you are required to, you know, to leave the accelerator to do these corners, but you can see that he wasn't. Like, he just goes full speed, no fucks given, so that might make this one hard, because I think that there is rubber banding here. Because otherwise he wouldn't be looking so clean after that hairpin. Like, he was essentially going in a straight line like it was nothing. So essentially all of the advantage that you could get from here is not gonna be very important, since you are essentially gonna lose it all by the time you get to the hairpins. It seems that the only thing that the game recognizes is that you reduce the speed. It doesn't really care about the tracking itself. This one might be challenging because of the kind of like fighting against the game more than anything. I almost got it. God damn it. Okay, I'm not gonna bother tryharding this one now, because I'm gonna leave it for later. So that's three. That's three missions that I couldn't get a AAA. But I guess there shouldn't be any doubts that there is rubber banding, right? So it's pretty funny that if that rubber banding is there in the rest of the game, the AI still sucks so much. You know? Like, they cannot beat you at all, but here, when the objective is not beating them but getting an advantage, and especially in a track like that, it's actually the same logic as the Shadow versus Sonic race. Because in that one, there are also multiple corners where you want to leave the accelerator, but it doesn't seem like the AI is very interested in that. So that's an issue, without a doubt. Ooh, I barely got that. That's nice though. Got that AAA, yeah, clap. You deserve it. Okay. So apparently we are close to the end, because Wasabi say that there are 64 races in total. Well, races, missions. So we might be very close to the end. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, wait, why is... I wish I read the description of the mission. Why would Tails want to beat Sonic's ass? This is very out of character. There isn't a single game, well, aside from competitive games where, like this one, I guess, but like, there is not a single game where Tails will want to beat Sonic's ass. Well, there was one where he was pretending, which was Lost World. Because he basically pretended that he got captured and that he got turned into like an evil version of himself, but he was just pretending. But yeah. So, since I didn't unlock any event, that means that the final one is most likely gonna get unlocked when you get to the 63 one, which is the next one, isn't it? It say that it's the RoboCup, so it's obviously gonna happen on Eggman's base, clearly. I say RoboCup, not RoboCop. They are different things. They sound very similar though, when you say it fast. They sound quite similar, but no, they are supposed to be different things. Okay, this one might be hard. Okay, never mind. It's not gonna be hard. You know, it's interesting to know that Big is supposed to be a cat. And you know who else is supposed to be a cat? Blaze. I wouldn't say they look very similar at all. Yeah, I guess this guy just really likes eating. You know, he's a little bit on the... He's very big, indeed. Oh, and we're gonna use Eggman for this. I thought since it's supposed to be more like a final boss thing, that we were gonna use Sonic or something. Blaze is from another dimension. Well, theoretically it's from another time, for what I understand. Not really another dimension, right? Well, maybe she is from another time and another dimension. I don't know exactly what Blaze lore is, because I know that Silver is from another time, but Blaze might be the two things, right? From another time and dimension. I don't know, because I didn't play Sonic Rush, so I wouldn't know what's her story. Well, either Sonic Rush or that RPG game for, I think, the Nintendo DS. I haven't played that one either, so I don't know exactly what Blaze thing is. There are a lot of obstacles here. Why a lot of them? I don't remember there were that many obstacles in the Grand Prix, but there most likely were.
Excellent performance from the Eggman as he crosses the line in first.
Hey, you know that I was saying, Eggman has a pretty good design. Like, cause it's iconic, but it also looks like very well done. It's another one of those that you think, you know, what was the character designer having in his mind when he came up with the design? Because I mean, forget about this one that has all the accessories from like the 3D games. Like, look at the one from the original Sonic. Like, he just already looks so iconic in that one game alone. I mean, SEGA in the 90s was definitely at its highest without a doubt. Well, essentially SEGA in the 90s is the whole reason why SEGA is still alive today. They are probably, you know, just driving off of... Well, I was gonna say savings, but it's not really savings. It's essentially for being able to milk something like Sonic successfully, to not go bankrupt. But essentially something that they have to thank to the 90s SEGA that created it, right? I guess it is a company that is surprising that at this point of time still hasn't gone bankrupt. Though, to be fair, aside from Sonic, they also make a lot of games as developers. Like, probably half of the arcades in Japan were developed by SEGA. So, they definitely have more than just their own franchises. They also work for other companies. But if it wasn't that way, I'm pretty sure they would already they would have already gone bankrupt without a doubt. Hey, don't worry about it. Okay, Thunder Deck. The final one.
Get your excitement gearboxes into sixth.
What was he gonna say? The excitement gearboxes on the seats. On the seats shift. order to do that, you have to let the excitement fill in, right? You cannot just get into a car and go to 6th gear right away. It has to gradually get there. Doesn't work otherwise. I remember it's another line saying, more excitement that you can shake a gearbox at. It seems that in the intro the announcer has some very interesting lines for the most part. Also, you know that there is something I didn't test in this game. I'm using the analog to move, but can you use the arrows? Well, you can use the arrows too, it's just that at this point I think I'm so used to the analog that I might as well use the analog. You can use the D-pad if you want to. You don't need to go analog. But considering that the acceleration and braking in this game are by default configured in R2 and L2, which are the triggers, usually when I have that button distribution, I use the analog to steer. I only use the D-pad if I have like cross to accelerate and square to brake, but that's not the case here. Well, keep in mind that the only reason why my controller even works in the first place is because of a Steam input. And well, it's the default configuration, you don't have to touch anything, but if it wasn't for that, basically you can... wait, no way. Hold up, is there a way to restart this race, or you have to restart from the beginning? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get a AAA now. Well, I will test. But yeah, probably that's enough to not get a AAA, right? If you don't get 30 points. I don't know if it's about that or the final position. Oh, it's actually the final position. Well, in that case, the championships getting a AAA is absolutely free. And then the final one is Save the Day Sonic, huh? But I guess that's why they let Eggman win on this one. A giant robot? Oh, so it's gonna be like the zombie but with Eggman, okay. Predictable. And that robot is from Sonic Heroes. Damn. Unbelievable. In fact, isn't that the final boss from Sonic Heroes? No, but doesn't look like that. I don't think it's the final boss. The final boss has like a lance and a shield. This one probably appears earlier. So with the walls here, it's gonna be very hard to aim at all. Not to mention, seems that this guy follows you, right? That's gonna be hard. I just realized something about why this game is called SEGA All-Stars and not SEGA Superstars, because if it was Superstar, this game will have the Superstar move, which will cause issues with Nintendo. It could be, yeah. Doesn't help that the game already plays a lot like Mario Kart. I don't know why they went for this though. Why couldn't they just keep the boards from Sonic Riders? Well, in the new Sonic Racing game, it's basically like that. Oh, that was bad. That was also bad. But I think I hit a random robot at least. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what this guy's... Oh, gotcha my ass, you didn't get anything. Yeah, I'm not sure... Oh, that missed, because he was jumping, really? Okay, this is gonna be a lot harder than I expected. Because there are so many walls that...
3, 2, 1.
Like, differently from the other one, you cannot really shoot him from too far. It also seems like you cannot shoot him while he's staying still, because it seems that that champ is what makes him dull shit. At the same time, I also don't know... I don't think that a crate can respawn, right? Actually, I think that the crates in general don't respawn, do they? Like, once you get a crate, that's it. I think that might have been the same in the zombie one, but I didn't pay enough attention on that one. But yeah, now that you can get them from way less places, yeah, it seems that they don't respawn. That might be a problem. Hold up. Of course you had to do that, sack of fucking shit. It makes it hard, because at some point, it's like there are no power-ups nearby. Oh, you even have this. They do. I saw you using reused ones. Well, the one that doesn't respawn is the one in the middle then. Alright, hold up. Since this is very clearly the final mission, I want to get a AAA in the ones that I didn't get it and then do this one. That's just to leave it at the end, right? To leave it for the end. Wait, hold up. Why did it start in that one? I guess it's the previous one I selected. Alright, so the first one that I didn't get is this one, Monkey Trouble. So here you want to get every single one of these items, because otherwise you are not doing shit. Hey, that's pretty hard in itself. So like this one might take an eternity, without a doubt. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, don't expect me to do this one. Even though I will try, of course, but it's one that seems like it's gonna be a little bit on the hard side of things. Well, in fact, I'm pretty sure I can say with confidence that this one is the hardest mission in the game. I don't think there is a harder one than this one. And all of the champs were in the opposite sides that I thought they were. Wow, and I somehow missed that one. What the hell? I don't know how I'm gonna get AAA here, dude. Like, it seems so disproportionately harder than any of the other ones. It seems like it's in a whole different level. And the weird thing is that it's also the only one of its kind, because every other mission that you see like doesn't have this type of mission at all. So that's the weird thing. Like, they use this archetype of mission for only one mission and then they don't use it again. Which, hey, it's not a bad thing since it's this hard. If anything, it's a blessing, but I really don't understand what the optimal routing is gonna be in something like this. You see, even if I get like all the 50s and 20s, it still wouldn't be enough. Not even the rubber banding rival races. That one shouldn't be a problem. Like, that one basically takes luck. This one doesn't take luck. The difficulty is the problem, not the format. I mean, I personally am not a very big fan of this format of of event where you need to come up with like your own path to see what's the most optimal way of getting this. Not a big fan of that usually, but not like you have any choice here. You gotta do it that way. Not something you get to choose, unfortunately. Hey, I legitimately have no clue how you're supposed to do this. This is some next level bullshit. I don't know. I even wonder, I mean, I gotta assume it's possible, but I have a hard time imagining how this is gonna be possible. I really do. Especially if I start like that. Because even assuming that you go full speed at all times, it just feels like there is not enough time to get it all, right? So pretty funny how the example on top says plus 100. There is none of this that will give you 100. Like the maximum you get is 50. They are already full of shit in the main example. That's messed up. There's also the fact that I think that since the terrain is not meant to be regular, you also cannot really boost from drifting in a lot of these scenarios. That doesn't help. That somehow didn't make me hit the bridge. Okay, so essentially you can ignore the tents at the side of the track, but in the middle you have to pick them all up. So I have to manage a route where I can pick all of those up, but it's not like you can have many, like...
3, 2, 1.
You don't have that many... that many back and forths here, you know? There aren't that many of them at all.
3,
You only have...
1, go!
like maybe... well, I don't know the amount, but... the point is that it's not many. At all. As I say, the terrain certainly doesn't help. The terrain and also randomly missing some of this doesn't help, but yeah, this is the hardest one. Like, have no doubts of that. This is the hardest mission in the game. I'm willing to say that even... how did you miss that? You went right through it. And that's another problem. Like, apparently they are gonna be picky about the hitbox, which is precisely the reason why I'm not a fan of going fast. Because you can very easily miss this if the game decides you didn't go through. But yeah, that's an issue. Okay. This time I succeeded in collecting the ones that I couldn't last time, but also need to collect the... so I think that was a mistake. No, not really. I already collected the ones on the bottom anyways, like both of them, so wouldn't have made a... yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference there. Then you have these ones. So you want to do something like this, maybe. But the problem doing something like this is that you have to get the last 20. Okay, that seems to be the path. The problem is that last 20, because if you can get that last 20, you get it. But that's essentially what the path has to be. It's a path that easier said than done, for sure. The only points that you're allowed to ignore are the ones at the very side of that place where you get the 50. Those are the only ones you can ignore. Everything else you have to pick it up, no matter what. That's fine. At least we have the actual strategy now. I still feel that jumping the 20s is so messed up. Here you kinda have to do some... I don't know how you will call that movement. It's not really slalom, it's a weird movement. Okay, if you jump over, you can do that faster. And then this final one. There you go. Yeah. I almost got scared that that wasn't gonna be AAA, but yeah, there you have it. This... I don't know, maybe the other two remaining missions are gonna make me eat my words. Like they are gonna be, like they are gonna take longer than this. But I think that one was by far the hardest mission in the game. Alright, so here what you wanna do is go to this one. This one is supposed to be a 1v1. In theory, these ones are not hard, but the issue is that just like the other 1v1 that I don't have a AAA, it's a track where you want to leave the accelerator because otherwise you cannot make some of these corners without crashing the wall. But the AI doesn't seem to care too much about that, you know? Like the AI will still do the corners full speed. So you can also, okay, to be fair, there are some racing lines there that you can do to not leave the accelerator. They are not simple, mind you, but it might not be fully necessary to leave the accelerator here, like it is in the Monkey Ball track. Yeah, but at the end you can see that he's always very close, that's the issue. Like, no matter how fast you do the rest, I guess what I can try doing is instead of trying to do loopings on the... drifts on the looping, I probably should go straight. Just that I do drift to try to get boost. So the drift that I did in the previous attempt didn't really get any boosts at all. So yeah, might not have been the best demonstration of that. You definitely have a racing line there where you don't need to leave the accelerator. Right, so here... Wait, why did you drift there? Come on, dude. Yeah, there I think it's better to not try to drift. I still think I'm getting scammed. But I guess it is what it is. It seems that at some point it just gets crazy boost. It's like at some point close to the end, it just goes full in regardless of what you do. So I don't know how to do this faster than this. I think here, as I said before, I gotta get lucky. I mean, lucky that the AI decides to go fast, I guess. I also want to test something. What happens if you don't drift, like, at all? Wait, I got his ass. Is that because I boosted through him or something like that? Didn't know that that was possible. But how much is that gonna matter is my real question, guys. If he's gonna keep up regardless, I don't think it will matter at all, right? I mean, he's already getting... It's only a matter of looking at the top of the screen on that graph where it shows the distance between him and me. And it seems pretty obvious that no matter what, he always catches up in the same place. Like right there at the end, after that jump, unless there is a shortcut I'm not seeing, it might be possible. I don't think I'm missing any shortcut, am I? I'll try to pay more attention, but... So no, that's... By going fast you don't get him. I don't know, maybe he gets into an accident for trying to do an acrobatic movement and he fails. I guess another thing that I can do is try to keep him close until the end, and then at the end do something to get an advantage. I don't know. You cannot skip the looping, it seems. Oh, this is the shortcut. That's why he gets such an insane advantage. If that's the... Wait, hold up, is that enough? No, it isn't, but... Okay, that changes things. Yeah, that's why he was gaining so much distance at the end. He was taking the shortcut and I wasn't. Alright. Well, that makes me think that the monkey ball track also has a shortcut, because the same thing happens here. I mean, the same thing that happens here happens there. So it makes me think that it's something related to that. And I guess it makes sense that it will have shortcuts, considering that otherwise the hairpins are extremely slow. So yeah, I don't know. But right now I'm kinda... Okay, hold up. Even if I know the shortcut, I still need to do everything beforehand properly, which is what I'm not doing right now. Okay, come on, get a grip. You can do this. That's also the other shortcut, doing that jump there, pretty much. I still think he gains a lot of distance around here, regardless of what I do. We gotta test with this shortcut, because maybe this shortcut is gonna change everything. I don't know, dude. It really feels like he gets a boost at the end. No, it doesn't. The ending is too linear to have a shortcut, which is usually where II passes you. It might be. I don't know. No, but I mean, when I was saying ending, I meant the hairpins. Like, if the hairpins had a shortcut, not the actual ending before it says end. Maybe it also doesn't have shortcuts there either, I don't know. Right now I'm doing this very badly though. Shouldn't be surprised when I eventually don't get the AAA, you know? If I'm doing this badly, it's to be expected. Shouldn't say yes, Shadow, when you're getting fucked like that. Okay, I must admit I did that very badly. The best thing to do there is to just get lucky with items or save one for the end. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Doesn't seem like there is that much else that you can do. It's one or the other. Okay. Fortunately here it seems that I still... It is a bad attempt. And if only I could have had that one attempt that I had a crazy good start. But now taking the shortcut, it seems that we cannot have it all. Okay, that's enough though. Alright. What's about time? Here it's basically, you still need to do well, but the number one thing that matters is knowing the shortcut. Or well, more specifically, knowing both shortcuts, because you have the champ and then you have the one that goes to the right. Yeah, all hail Shadow indeed. Is the superior hedgehog. So the other one remaining is this one. Well, and obviously the final mission, but... So this one is similar, but the problem is that at the end you have a series of hairpins that essentially force you to go slow, but your opponent doesn't really care about going slow. Should I save? Hold up. Is it a good idea to save this boost for the end? I'm gonna do it. I also got lucky with the fact that he got... Oh, I'm an idiot, god damn it. What a way to completely throw a very good attempt down the toilet. Well, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call throwing. Throwing for content. No, it's fine. Actually, we got extremely lucky. We got so lucky I can't believe it. Basically, he got into an accident at the beginning and probably into another one later, and he never recovered. That was extremely lucky, even after such a big mistake like the one I did. That was crazy. Crazy. It's just crazy. So there's only one thing remaining, which is the final mission, and then, well, assuming I can get AAA on the final mission, we will be done with everything, with every mission. Well, in case there is any doubt, this one is called Finale. In case you wanted, if you had any doubts that this is the final mission, yeah, it is. It very clearly is. The reason why this one is hard is not because it's hard to beat this idiot. It's because you're supposed to do it without getting hit a single time. And you have very close quarters here where you don't have too much room to move, and it's also hard to see where that guy is because he's so big, right? So when he's very close to you, you cannot really tell he's close to you. You're most likely gonna get hit. Also, these things... Are these even gonna work? He didn't get hit a single time. Maybe it's because I was... Oh, okay, never mind. He got hit there. I need only a couple more. No, I think that these things are definitely getting used. I don't think they respawn. Oh, it had to be this one, dude. Problem is that I think I got hit at the same time. So it's gonna be a double A. Okay. Unfortunately, fuck. That sucks. But I mean, it sucks that I got the cone at the end. I like that it says next mission, but apparently this is the last one. I don't know what the next mission is gonna be. I will select that option, but once I get the AAA. Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate that I just had to get hit right at the end. Would be nice to memorize where the cones are to precisely avoid them. Because they are... I wouldn't say that they are worthless, because I think that he got hit by a lot of them when I had 3 of them. Okay, this has to be a restart. God damn it. Why cannot the final mission be a race? See, this is the one time that I would have preferred a mission to just be a generic race. Would have been nice. Good shit. No. I don't know what you were looking at, Wasabi, but I don't think this respawn, right? Or am I blind? No, this don't respawn. At least not in this one. I don't know if in the zombie one they respawn, but here they clearly do not. Fucking cones. He's gonna hit, well, he hit one. Oh, another cone! Problem is that it's pretty hard to tell which one even is a cone. Unfortunately. No, I think the best thing I can do is get all of the ones from the outside corners that are, I think, all guaranteed to be triple punches, and then get all of the ones from the middle that are all guaranteed to be punches. Oh, I didn't fire the final one. So I wasted a punch there. But actually 2. Fuck me. Yeah, you definitely don't want the stupid traffic cones at all. Not a good idea. Yeah, thanks Salo, Eggman Robot. Pretty nice of you. Okay. No, he's here. It's okay, he didn't hit me. No. Deep shit. The issue is that you have to point at him to fire, but... You know, he also will walk towards you if you are looking at him, so... Sometimes it's hard to compromise. So for example there... Wouldn't do much. I was basically doomed. Also, what are these things surrounding Sonic supposed to be? Strawberries? Why is his life represented with strawberries? Since when is health represented with strawberries in Sonic? Hey, what are you doing? Yeah? I don't know why. Well, maybe it's one of the other games that are in this game that life gets represented by strawberries. I just don't know which one will be. It's neutral against all franchises. I think instead of being neutral, it would be nice if it was a reference to a franchise. And maybe it is, but I don't think so. Not to mention that strawberry is like a very weird symbolism for life. If this is not a punch, okay, it is. But it's only one enough? No. Okay, so this strategy is not gonna work then. Because I simply don't have enough time. So I guess I need to pick up the 3 cones. Asshole. No, see, here's the thing. Maybe I should pick up 3 punches more often. It's just that the 3 punches are pretty far, so I don't know how much faster you can do that. I mean, especially if you miss like that. They are all pretty far, because it's not only that you have to get out of the main square, but also you have to drive all the way to the corner, so that's not very nice.
Aren't you worried?
How the fuck did you miss that, dude? Right. If I get the other triple punch, I should be done, right? Assuming I don't miss. Yeah, exactly. The assumption that I don't miss is important. Fuck. Maybe you should actually use the cones now. No, as you can see there, if I hadn't missed, the 3 punches strategy would have been enough, but I miss that I missed like a fucking moron. Oh, to be fair, with the fact that he can jump out of them, it's very easy to miss. I also think I didn't deal that much damage there. He might have some iframes, but I don't know. I don't think he does. Maybe I did miss and that's it, but... Okay. There is another one here, yes. Yeah, I think that I'm out of triple punches, but that was close. But I can use the singular punches that are on the inner corners here. Hopefully, well, not if I'm gonna be doing that. Oh, come on, and then you get stuck in the wall. Okay, come on, only one. Got him. Nice, see? No cones needed. You just needed a couple punches and that's it. And that's a AAA. Well, we got it. And yeah, you can see top of the class challenge. That probably means getting AAA in everything. So you put next mission and what's gonna happen? Oh, you go back to the first mission? That's pretty stupid. Like, come on. Why is that even an option? You know, I don't wanna do that. But we already did that. Yeah, well, those are all the missions with AAA. Very anticlimactic ending, I guess. But yeah, I can check. I just wanna check. Well, first of all, let me show you all the AAAs. Because, hey, maybe I'm forgetting one, but I think I'm not. I think all of these are AAA. I don't want to pass it too fast because it kind of becomes blurry when you do that, but all of these are AAA. So I wanna check the time trials. Apparently there are staff ghosts, but I don't know about that. Or rather, I don't know how you will unlock it.
Whale Lagoon.
Like maybe it's just like in Crash Team Racing, you have to do a very good time and then you unlock the staff ghost. Maybe, I don't know. Probably.
3, 2,
Is that how it works, Wasabi? Oh, it's right there. You don't need to unlock it. Well, hold up. That was a bad start. I was about to say you need to unlock it. No, it's right there.
3,
Right where it says staff ghost. So that one already starts so fast. What the hell? Is that allowed? Well, it clearly is. You know what? How he does it. Oh, for a staff ghost, you are going a little bit too slow right now. You also are allowed to use one boost. Staff ghost, my ass. This is a shover ghost. In fact, isn't the staff ghost aligned with the timer on the top? Probably. Wait, and it's by lap time? Really? Yeah, it is by lap time. I mean, you have nights with the checker flag. Really, dude? Well, if it's gonna be that easy, I don't see any reason to do it. I cannot imagine any of this to be hard. In fact, this guy didn't even try to cut the track. You can cut that track if you want to. But I guess what I could do is at least purchase the remaining courses and remaining characters, but it's like, you know, well, buy the ones that I care about, because I cannot buy all of them. Yeah, BD show. Well, big as well. Like Aulala, I guess, and then I don't really give a shit about any of this. Well, might as well buy Bit since it's the only one I can buy, but if the time trials are gonna be like that, I don't see any reason to care.
Knuckles.
I guess I could go for it for... Wait, how many do we have? 2, 3, 5... sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I don't know. I think that's gonna be a waste of time. Because unless you tell me that one of these staff ghosts is legitimately hard, you are basically just doing a clean lap. Like, the only thing you need to do is a clean lap to beat the staff ghost. In fact, you can probably tell the staff ghost doesn't even start in the same place you start. See, and this guy isn't even taking the shortcut that is in the background. Like, essentially, here's the thing. If you want to see me beat this staff ghost, it's pretty simple. Just watch me do any of these races in a, like, any of these tracks in a normal race, and I probably already beat this staff ghost in a normal attempt of a race. Like, this is an absolute show. Though, ironically, since it's this fast, because it's only one lap, I might be able to finish them all. It's just that I don't see the reason to do this. But I think more than that, what I should do is check the challenges. Because I haven't checked the challenges at all. The challenges, which are kind of like an equivalent to achievements. I don't know where they are. You say that it was in option or license. Collection? No, challenges. So, earn your bronze. I think that this is simply by playing the game. Take out an opponent. Well, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. best time on it. Well, the time trial will be the one that I will be doing here. Race to every piece of music, well, requires farming, same as buying in the shopping. Win a race with each thing is whatever. Turbo boost within a single lap. Oh, 20 turbo. That one seems cool. Complete Sonic test ride. That's an achievement, really. Taking out multiple opponents. Crossing the finish line in reverse. Finish the first lap in last position and go to finish the race. Oh, and then you have hidden ones? Are you for real? And how am I supposed to guess what those hidden ones are? Just guess, bro. Well, I could do that, Sancho. I just don't see the reason. Because you know that today I cannot really stream for that long. Like, if this went into a 3.5 hour stream, I could do it, but I don't wanna do that. You know?
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah. Well, I don't know how the stuff goes are in All Stars Transformed though. Because I think that game has a stuff ghost. But I don't think I ever tried them. In fact, this stuff ghost thing, I don't think anyone is even driving. Like, it's simply a ghost that is kinda like going in a regular line. It's not even bothering to drift or anything like that. Got your ass. So I don't know if that was enough to beat the stuff ghost, because I didn't see it. I'm just assuming it was. The next time I play when I have time left over, nah. I mean, for something like this, it's not worth it. Like, it's not worth it already to do it now, much less to do it in another stream.
Sunshine Tour.
Because unfortunately, this is just going forward and that's it. You know? Nothing more, nothing less. Also, if you want to change the character, you actually have to go backwards. In the menu, I mean. You cannot do it after selecting the track. The stuff ghosts are alive. Don't believe SEGA's lies here. These stuff ghosts are not stuff ghosts. These are simply like little program ghosts that go from point A to point B. There is not a real person behind those records. Yeah, this has nothing to do with games like Crash Team Racing at all. Especially not the remake. In the remake, I say this yesterday, but in the remake you actually have real staff ghosts that are super hard to beat.
Shibuya downtown.
But it's not the only one. For example, in F-Zero Eds and She Eds, you also have staff ghosts, and they are probably the hardest one in any racing game ever. But this one, they are not even ghosts. Now AI is taking the staff ghost shoves, yeah, of course. It's fucked up. They could have done something more interesting here. They didn't really bother. It's whatever. I don't care. So be it. Unless there is like a super secret ghost that is the real stuff ghost, but if that's the case, the game did not inform me. I don't think that will be the case. You look back and you can, yeah, you can see you can see the ghost, but like you can see it so far, you know. Pretty funny. Okay. Let me. Honestly, I'm gonna do them all simply because I'm an idiot. I'm simply an idiot that doesn't know any better, so I'm gonna do them all. Damn it. Hey, I shouldn't. They are not worth doing.
3, 2, 1.
At least I'm doing them with Opa Opa. This guy is always nice to use because he looks so cool. And the moment you overtake them, it's, unless you make an extremely big mistake, it's over the moment you overtake them. They are not overtaking you back. There is just no way. Yeah, I want to see if at least one of them is the exception. At this point I kinda heavily doubt it, but might as well, since we are here, check if it's the case or not. I doubt it. It's not gonna be the case. It will not.
Turbine loop.
Wait. That word is pronounced turbine, not turbine like I've been pronouncing it all this time.
3, 2, 1.
Huh.
Go!
I guess you learn something new every day. So you pronounce it turbine. Huh. Well, that's gonna be hard to remember. You know, all this time I thought it was pronounced Tarbin, because in Japanese it's pronounced Tarbin, precisely. I mean, I know that Japanese is like the last language that you should pay attention if you want to pronounce English properly, but it's turbine. Damn. That's fucked up. Yeah, it is what it is. It happens. I mean, honestly, the issue of all these pronunciations is that even after I hear them, I will end up forgetting later anyways. So it's just one of those things that don't really make a difference for me at all. But it is what it is. Might as well use the power up right at the beginning. Not like it makes a difference anyways. Oh, hold up. Will I not get it on the first try here? I mean, after all, keep in mind that the monkey ball tracks are an issue. And see, even like the fact that you're able to beat a supposed staff ghost, even with an accident as big as that one, is absolutely nonsensical. Like, come on, dude. So here, it's pretty clear that you don't even need a decent time, like a clean lap time, in order to beat the staff ghost. Pretty funny.
Rampart Road.
But hey, you never know. Maybe they get harder the longer it goes on. I kinda doubt it though. I don't think that's gonna happen. But who knows? Maybe it happens. We will see. But it seems that someone was a big Tails fan, because there's been a lot of stuff Ghost right now that have been using Tails. I guess in the meantime I could think of what game I want to play tomorrow. I have to finish Project Diva X, I could play that, no? We're talking about SEGA. It's a game developed by SEGA. Like any of the Project Diva games, basically. Yeah, that could be an option, I guess. Could be. And the other option will be playing the first Castlevania on the Nintendo DS. I think it's called Area of Sorrow. Or no, Dawn of Sorrow. Area of Sorrow, I think, is the Game Boy Advance one.
Dark Arsenal.
I don't know. Well, whichever is the first one, that will be the one to play. But yeah, I don't know if I want to go for Project Diva first. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. I think the higher chances are on Castlevania, most likely. I don't know, I still haven't decided. I'll see when I decide. Yeah. Also, speaking of Miku, in that new Sonic Racing game, apparently they have festivals for each of the additional characters that the game gets. And the one in, this weekend is supposed to be dedicated to Miku, so you can unlock some stickers related to her and the other Vocaloids, right? Well, the other Pia Pro Vocaloids. Basically Rin, Len, and Luca. Actually, I think that they completely skip over Kaito and Meiko. Like, nobody gives a shit about those two guys. It's a shame. It happens, A little bit too old, I guess. Ironically, I might be joking, but that might be part of the reason. This game means that a much younger audience is gonna be exposed to Miku now. But I'm pretty sure that the younger audience is already very exposed to Miku, I mean, precisely, I'm pretty sure the biggest amount of Miku fans are young people, But yeah, it is true that people that haven't seen her before are gonna get introduced. The age that will play Sonic games? I don't know. I mean, the thing is that I don't personally know how it is when it comes to like what the games kids play nowadays. So I don't really know if Sonic is that much of a game for kids anymore. Like, I feel like, most likely the number one game for kids is something like Roblox. I don't really know that the target audience of the Sonic games nowadays really are kids. Even though it's a game that kids can definitely play. And it will be very normal that they will play it, but I'm just saying that, yeah, most likely not gonna happen
3, 2, 1.
that much. But yeah, it might be possible that a kid gets introduced to Miku, but I feel like that would have happened regardless, sure. Especially since I'm pretty sure most kids are glued to the internet today. Like, Miku is all over the internet. So in that regard, I'm pretty sure that it will just be a matter of time. Like, they don't need a game like Crossworlds to meet Miku, right? Well, in fact, you know, I was mentioning Roblox earlier. I'm pretty sure, I don't play that game, so I don't know what happens in it. I'm pretty sure that something like Miku probably has multiple renditions in that game. I mean, something that popular most likely has. Also, I noticed that the longer this, like the more tracks that you play here, like the longer they become. Like, you can see that at the beginning a lot of the tracks were like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, but here they are getting to 1 minute and even more than that. I mean, I don't mind, but it essentially means that I don't think it will be that easy to... Well, that easy, that fast to finish them all. Well, I guess after all this, we'll go to a 3.5 hour stream. Most likely, at this rate, seems to be the most likely conclusion. I mean, that's fine by me. Wasn't the original idea, but whatever. So be it. It's just so messed up that essentially, with the exception of some missions, none of the shortcuts in the game are something that the game makes you use. Like, you could not use a single one of them, and outside of 2 missions it doesn't matter at all. Like, it's completely irrelevant. So yeah, that's weird. So where did the ghost even go? It was probably so far. Most likely. But yeah. Point is that... yeah. Hail Miku. But I think if anything... You know, I think that you're looking at it in reverse. I feel like most kids that play Crossworlds, if anything, are gonna get introduced to Sonic. You know? Like, I feel that a lot of very young people probably want to buy that game because of Miku or any of the other crossover characters, like, I don't know, the Joker, for example, from Persona 5. So the thing is that you will probably have more people getting introduced to Sonic for the first time in that game than people getting introduced to Miku. Because it's a different story here. Like, yeah, games like this are probably people's first introduction to characters like Ulala, right? And I say a long time ago that Ulala is basically like the SEGA original equivalent to Miku. But the thing is that Ulala is not a global phenomenon, so yeah. Everyone being first introduction to Space Channel here makes sense. Virtual Bronze Challenge. I don't know what that means, but whatever, who cares. In any case, the point is that, yeah, Miku's popularity, I think, very heavily outweighs Sonic's popularity. So I guess it all depends on the age group that we are talking about, because depending on the age group, I think that the older you go, the more people that are gonna recognize Sonic, and the younger you go, the more people are gonna recognize Miku. So yeah, I don't think I could say that one is way more popular than the other one. It's simply that, you know. They are both quite high, but depending on who you ask. I think the biggest variable is the internet, because back when, fuck, is that gonna cost me the stuff goes? No, obviously not. Obviously not. How cool is it? I was out to say that the internet, at the time that Sonic got popular, which is in the 90s pretty much, you didn't really have the massive internet access that you have now, so the way that you interacted with these popular franchises was through traditional media like television and things like that. So back then it's pretty obvious to say that Sonic was very popular because there was only like a more centralized way to consume these things. So if that centralized thing, which is traditional media, say that Sonic is popular, then Sonic is popular. But with the internet, you have a lot of interaction with stuff that is very random. Like, for example, a kid scrolling through TikTok, right? Like, you get exposed to very short clips of Miku dancing or whatever, and that very short exposition is already enough to, you know, basically mark your mind with a character that it's not that easy to track, right? When it comes to statistics, I mean. Well, you obviously have the amount of views that a video gets or whatnot, but everyone's exposition to something can be to completely different means inside of the internet, but essentially all through the internet. And that sort of exposition, I think that Miku probably has a lot of that, while Sonic not so much, you know?
3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, I think that, yeah. If there was actually, you know what would be pretty interesting? If it was the opposite. If instead of Miku being a guest in a Sonic racing game, that Sonic was a guest in a Miku racing game. Like, can you imagine? You can play as Miku, well, the Pia Proceeds guys that appear in every single Miku game. But then you can also play as Teto, Neru, what's this other one called? Gomu, right? Like all of these other Vocaloids that usually don't make it so often into official products. Yeah, Haku is another example as well. Essentially, wait, Gomu, no, what's the name of the green girl? Gomi? I forgot. What was her name? I think her Gumi. Okay, there you go. Damn. It's like I had the right consonant but not the right vocals. I mean vocals, no, vowels, right? Okay, my English is not... My English and my Japanese, I guess, are not doing very well right now. How many Gumi songs have you listened to? Well, I can tell you one that is a Dream Creator. I listened to that one. Then one called Moso Kashitsu, I think. Something like that. And I think I listened to a couple more, but they were mostly like group songs rather than solo songs. Those are the two that I remember off the top of my head. Dream Creator by... Wasn't it by Hachi Show? Right? Wasn't it by that guy? So like it's a very popular producer. And well, Moso Kashitsu, I don't know who did that. But yeah. Point is that I didn't listen to many of them, but King? Oh, I didn't even know it was a Gumi song in the first place. But yeah, King is another example. Yeah, that's the thing. Imagine a racing game with all these characters. I'm pretty sure that it will, well, unless the game is a piece of shit, of course, which could always happen. I'm pretty sure a game like that will sell so much more than a Sonic racing game. But that's something that we will never know until it happens. But considering that Project Sekai is the biggest money maker that Miku has, I don't think they are gonna bother making another game. And I think that after Project Diva Megamitsu, well, you have to say goodbye to high budget games, because yes, you have shit like the Big Cross game or like the fitness game or whatever, but like an actual full effort game that will be like a racing game with tracks and animations and all of that, that's something that probably won't happen, because it simply wouldn't be profitable. Like it will be too much cost for a profit that is not even guaranteed. It will be amazing, don't get me wrong. I wish that someone, well, especially Sega that did multiple racing games in the past and also has the rights to Miku games. I wish they made one, but I don't think they will. I feel that if they did and it was a good game, it probably will... I wouldn't say that it will outsell Mario Kart, but it will probably be very high in terms of sales. I think that it will actually be quite high.
3, 2.
What do I know? I'm not an investor or an economist working for Sega, so what do I know about I will really love that, because there are so many, well, there are legitimately more, like hundreds and hundreds of Vocaloids. So you could easily have a very big roster in a game like that. But yeah, I don't know. Because I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to the popularity of Vocaloids, Miku, well, Miku and Teto, I think, outshine everyone. Because characters like Rin are obviously popular, but they don't reach the popularity that Miku does, or Teto for that matter. For some reason, Teto got extremely popular lately. So, yeah. When you try to think it a little bit further, I mean, it will sell for Miku, I guess, but I don't know if the other vocalists will be something that most people give a shit about. She got a new voice bank for her anniversary. It might be because of that. It's possible. But yeah, I don't know. Anything is possible. Alright, how many more are left, by the way? 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, that's not that much.
Bingo party.
Most of them are Sonic tracks. Yeah. Well, I wonder how the... Nah, but the last one on Monkey Ball is not gonna be a problem. At all.
2, 1, go!
It's definitely not gonna be a problem. What they didn't even bother to do with this staff ghost is to even make them go regular speed. Like, it feels like they actually go slower than you, obviously on purpose. But like, yeah. But also, now that I think about it, when you ask about Gumi songs that I listen to, I think another one is called... I don't remember if she was the one singing. I think it's called Kami no Mani Mani, which means at God's mercy. But I don't remember if Gumi was on that one. I think she was. That's a very popular song. But yeah. That one. That's another example.
Lava lair.
I guess. But yeah, I heard a couple of them. Just a couple.
3, 2, 1, go!
We have Shadow here. Of course, Shadow will be the edgelord that is in the track that involves lava. Wouldn't be any other way. Well, he could have been, to be fair, present in the ones that, like the zombie ones. Oh, this track, see? These things will filter me. Hopefully not. Oh, this is still far behind. Can you see all of me? Well, I can see him, yeah. I think that the edgiest phrase of that song is "Unleash a million faces and one by one they fall." That's probably the edgiest line. Because the other ones, I guess, are more or less something that if it wasn't for like the melody of the song, they could be in like a not so edgy character and it will fit. Well, except for the one that says dark-hearted evil. That one is edgy no matter how you look at it.
Monkey target.
But yeah, essentially the million faces that one by one they fall, yeah. That one,
2, 1.
a little bit edgy. I still think the edgiest thing of that game is when you complete the Chaos Blast bar and he says, "Dead to all who oppose me." You know how a lot of people say, I can't believe that in a Sonic game a character says damn. Right? Like the word damn is like a super fucked up word to say in a kid's game. But to me, the fact that a phrase like "dead to all who oppose me" is in the game is even more fucked up. Because that's not only an edgy phrase, but it's also like... isn't it a very dangerous phrase to impressionable kids? Because one thing is saying a bad word that is like whatever, and damn is not even that much of a bad word either. I guess it is a bad word for you know, religious nutcases, but it's like a whatever word. The dead to all who oppose me is something that... something that many people throughout history have been thinking. Many people that you don't want to see in a good light. And here we have our protagonist, family-friendly Shadow, saying that. Yeah, pretty funny. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure that nobody turned into a danger to society for playing Shadow the Hedgehog, right? Surely no one tried to imitate what he does in that game. Alright, well, this is the final track, by the way. So after this, I'm gonna check in the challenge menu if I unlock every... well, if I beat every staff ghost, which I most likely did, and then we're done with this game. Again, forget about all the guns. Yeah, that's precisely the thing. When I was saying it, nobody imitated what that guy did in that game, I was mostly thinking about the guns. I just casually grabbing a gun and opening fire to everything that shows up. Because it's not that you should beat enemies in that game. Well, technically everything is an enemy. Like, with the game's logic, but... you just have random civilians. Well, technically they are soldiers, I mean, still, like, people that are supposed to be on the good side, and you just open fire. Like it's nobody's business. Wow, that guy is so far behind. What the hell, dude? Well, we beat all of these guys' asses, but for some reason... yeah, Clockwork Challenge, but also the other one, right? Yeah, Ghost Master. Yeah, I don't think I even need to check it. There you have it. Well, that was lame. Honestly, those staff ghosts are a joke. If you want to see a real challenge, go look at my Crash Nitro Kart one, or the Crash Team Racing remake. Go check those developer ghosts and see how tough they can get. So essentially, for single player, the only other thing is single race, but that's whatever, right? So we are done. We're essentially done with this game in 4 hours 20 minutes. It's almost as if I did it on purpose, but yeah. We are done here. Was an enjoyable experience, yeah, but as I say multiple times before, if you wanna play a game like this one, just play Racing Transform. That is basically the same game, but like 10 times better. But it's still a cool game for what it is. So hey, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream with another game. So have a good one, and take care.